Good evening and welcome to North West Tonight with Ranveer Singh.
And Roger Johnson.
The government's declared a war on benefits cheats who cost the system £5 billion a year, and they say they want to reduce the culture of benefits dependency. But are the reforms going too far? Today, 18 bishops, 2 from the North West, said welfare reforms are pushing people into poverty.
So tonight, at the start of a series of special reports, we ask this: has the joint impact of government reform and the recession made a victim of many honest claimants? Here's our economics correspondent, Jane Barrett.
The recession has pushed more and more people into the benefit system. At the same time, it's facing its most radical shake-up in 60 years. If you want to see the fallout of that, look no further than the Tribunal Service. They deal with all kinds of grievances and appeals, from race and sex discrimination to employment tribunals. But right now, more than half of all the cases they handle are benefits appeals. That figure is up 47% in 2 years. Now look at the result of those cases. In terms of incapacity and employment support allowance, in more than a third of appeals, the government is losing. We've been hearing from those who advise claimants with problems, those who say the system is at breaking point.
Number 48.
Bolton's Citizens Advice has been open an hour. It's already packed.
Yeah.
A busy day.
No, this isn't a busy day. We've been running for an hour and we've seen 30 people. It is not unusual on a Tuesday, certainly, to see between 80 and 110 people.
In a meeting room, Rebecca is desperate for help with 2 letters. One an eviction notice, the other a court summons. She's got a part-time job which wouldn't impact on her childcare and shouldn't have impacted on her benefits. But it did. Advisor Anne-Marie Cushnahan dashes off to try to put legal action on hold.
If she had stayed on benefits, she wouldn't be in here now, she wouldn't have a council tax summons, and the landlord wouldn't be looking possession for the property.
Rebecca spent 10 years in a refugee camp in Sudan before coming to the UK with her children. She wanted to get off benefits and back into work. Now she wishes she hadn't.
They send me 10p every week. I don't know what for. Even now I'm talking to you, we don't have any food in the house. So I don't know what life is this. I'm sorry to say that I appreciate what government did to me with my kids, but I'm not happy. People need to go to work. But when you are going to work like me, I try to go to work. Just look what condition I'm in now.
The government says it's doing all it can to make sure people aren't trapped on benefits. They are encouraged to work. Citizens Advice say the reality can be very different.
Working here, I see it probably 3-4 times a day, every day. Nobody seems to listen. Nobody seems to appreciate what it's actually like on a practical level, trying to get back into work.
That situation might be common. This isn't.
Thanks so much for this check. This is fantastic.
Andrew's arrived with a donation to say thank you. For more than a year, he fought to receive benefits, surviving off friends and family. Today, a backdated cheque arrived for £5,000, only after Citizens Advice stepped in to help.
It's not at all uncommon, no, for it to take a long time.
Over a year?
It can do in cases.
I think it's deliberate government policy to delay, put people off and make them go away.
That's Andrew's theory. Citizens Advice have their own. They say these problems aren't willful, just the result of a system stretched to breaking point.
It's got to breaking point and beyond. We see these sort of like people who are the sort of victims of that broken system.
Citizens Advice, by the way, could lose a significant chunk of funding in a government review of legal aid. Who, they wonder, will help these people if funding goes? Well, in tomorrow night's Welfare Warfare, we'll put some of these concerns to the Employment Minister, Chris Grayling, and we'll hear more on the fight to get people off benefits and back in work.
Thanks, Jane.